Hi! One of the things we love about Stampin' Up! Are their color-coordinated products. It makes it easy to create beautiful products when the cardstock matches the ink and the accessories. But what about embossing? We're stuck with just a few colors. Or are we? I'm so glad you're joining me today. Welcome to StampingSmiles.com. I'm Shelley Godby, the owner and CEO of Stamping Smiles, and for 15 years I've been teaching others how to create their own hand-stamped smiles. So when it comes to embossing, do you ever wish you could emboss one of the beautiful exclusive Stampin' Up! Colors? Well, you can, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Today we're going to be stamping with the new Best Bird stamp set. Love this set. So what I wanted to do was stamp the bird and the branch in soft suede and then watercolor. Well, here's the problem. The classic Stampin' pads, they're a dye ink. They're water-based, so when you get them wet, they bleed. So that just wasn't going to work, but I really wanted that brown look. So we're going to emboss it. Emboss it, you say? That's not possible. Well, it totally is. When I was a brand new demonstrator, we got a demonstrator manual, and I was reading through a product guide and just reading about all the different products, and it said we could emboss the classic Stampin' pads. I was excited because that meant I could stamp all of the Stampin' Up! Colors. But these do dry really quickly. You know, you can stamp and almost instantly wipe on it. So we have to move quickly. So I know it's going to be uncharacteristic, but because I need to move quickly, I'll stop talking once I get going. So what I'm doing is I'm rubbing my Embossing Buddy over that so the powder sticks to just what I want. And so first we have to stamp, and then I'm going to use clear embossing powder. Okay, so I'm just going to get this off. I'm going to be all ready to go because, like I said, I have to move quickly. So we're using the soft suede, and then we'll color in. So with the classic Stampin' pads, we push, flip, and lock that lid into place. Okay, like I said, uncharacteristic, I know, for me not to do a lot of talking. Okay, but if I talk, I stop, right? So let's just, got this good and inked up, and let's stamp right about here. I want to go off that edge, because I don't want a floating branch. Okay, so I have my bird all ready to go. Let's ink him up. Stamp him right on here. Okay. Oh, just beautiful. I said I wouldn't talk. I did. Okay, so let's sprinkle this on. So this is where we have to move quickly. Just get to the point of the clear embossing powder. So when we look in the light, it looks like we got all of it. Okay, now we can go slower. I have here my heat tool. The first setting is to dry ink. The second is for the embossing. So let's go ahead and point this at it. And we're going to hold it on there until it melts. And it's going to turn darker. It'll be really obvious when the clear powder is melted. Okay. There it goes. Takes a little bit for the cardstock to get heated up, and then once it does, it just goes to town. Now this is more subtle than, you know, if I had, you know, stamped with a clear and sprinkled on gold or silver or whatever, but it's turning darker and not powdery. You do want to keep your fingers away from that heat. The heat tool is very intense heat, and that's what melts this. There we go. And so, like I said, I wanted to be able to watercolor, and I just couldn't if I had stamped this in soft suede. I would have had mud adding my colors to it. Okay, turn this off for a second. Let me tilt in the light and make sure I got all of it. And I did. Isn't that pretty? I think it's even a little bit deeper than it was before we, you know, just stamped. I think it's a little bit deeper after embossing it with the clear embossing powder. I was moving so quickly, I didn't even close my stamp pad. So what we do to close them, we pull on this lip flip it and then lock it into place. But I do want to use this again, but I did need it closed because I'm going to watercolor with this. We've got the branch to watercolor and part of the bird. So I'm going to press down with the palm of my hand. I'm pressing the ink pad into this lid, and then I get some color in there. And I'm going to use the aqua painter to pick up that color in watercolor. Love this. So this is a reservoir for the water. You can just use tap water. And so before I start, I always like to squeeze it, and to get the water going, I need water in there, and then wipe it off so in case it didn't get put away clean, but also I get rid of the excess water. Now I have just the amount of water I want. So I'm going to come in here and pick up some of this color. And I use the thick Whisper White cardstock because it's a lot better for watercoloring. It can handle it a lot better. Watercolor paper is nice too, but I wouldn't have as crisp of an image, and so this is going to work just great. So okay, so we've got our branch colored, and then I also know, so let's pick up a little bit more, I'm going to want his belly to be brown. Okay, really like my color combination for this, and you know, I don't know that it's remotely realistic, but I'm the artist, so I get my artistic freedom to do what I like. Okay, so now we have his belly looking good. So let's close this. We know how to do this. It's already open. Let's flip that. Okay, now we're going to change colors. So let's go ahead and squeeze and clean that off. Let's go next to our new Emerald Envy. Isn't this beautiful? One of the 2016-2018 in colors. So let's press on the pad into that lid, and there we have some color. So we just cleaned and wiped it off, so we've got the right amount of water flowing. And let's go color in our leaves. All right. And see, like I said, had I just stamped this with soft suede and started coloring, this green would be very muddy. It would have been fine with the soft suede and the soft suede, but yeah, we wouldn't have the vibrancy of this beautiful Emerald Envy. Okay. I like watercoloring that's been embossed too, because it stays in the lines easily, and that's just a cool look to be able to do something other than gold or silver. And this just looks so natural, doesn't it? All stamped in brown. Fantastic. So okay, so let's squeeze and clean that off. Close this. And then for the rest of my bird, this is really an easy project. I'm using Tempting Turquoise. So let's press that. Okay, fantastic. This is clean and ready to go. Let's start coloring him in. Okay, I don't want to color his eye. Great. And then we could always go back and do some shading, but I like to put down what I call a wash first, you know, a light wash of the color, you know, color over it, and then we can look at where they've created the detail for us already. Okay, so, you know, his wing, look at all that detail. You know, we can add some more depth here, follow these lines. Okay, if we go outside the line, that is just absolutely perfectly fine. Watercoloring is like that, right? It's not something that's precise. Okay. So now we're going to do something kind of cool. Well, I'll show you that in just a second. Let's go back to, let's clean this. I wasn't done with the soft suede. Let's close that. Bring this back. I know there's enough ink in there. I don't need to press again, so let's push and open that up. I did want to have this around here brown too, around his bill. Okay, looking really good. And so now to color his bill in, we need a yellow. And I thought the crushed curry would be really nice. So here's crushed curry. Because so saffron, you know, it's light and watercolor dilutes it. And I have enough ink in there. I thought I would. Okay, let's make sure we squeeze this and clean it off, because I need so very little for his bill. Here we go. Oh, looking really, really nice. Okay, so we're done with this. Let's put this away. Okay, so I want to watercolor his eye in black. If you use the black pads, they turn purple and it's just a really odd look. So we're going to use instead my Many Marvelous markers, and love these because talk about that color coordination. We have markers for all of the classic Stampin' Pad colors and even the basic black here. Is this basic black? For the archival. So it still will coordinate with that. So the basic gray and the basic black, we have those colors too, as well as all 10 of the current end colors. Love my Many Marvelous markers, having those all at my fingertip. Okay, so what we're going to do is take this and let's scribble on a non-porous surface. Okay, and so, you know, the stamp pad case, this is a stamp mount. Did we clean this? Let's do that again real quickly. And let's just pick that. I definitely want this diluted. Don't want it very dark. I just want to color in his eye. Looking really, really good. We have just a little bit more stamping to do before we put this together. And I have the Emerald Envy pad again. I thought about soft suede, and because I did practice with this, I had several of these stamped. And I tried the different colors, and the Emerald Envy, I liked it best. This is It's a Good Day, and it's one of the greetings included with the best birds. Isn't that a great greeting? What a positive message. Okay, it's a good day. That could be for birthdays, for a thank you, for just so many different things, right? Anniversary. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so let's close this. And so now I have, again, talking about that color coordination, the Emerald Envy 3/8 inch ruched ribbon. Oh, this ruched ribbon is just so pretty and so easy to play with. You can tie a bow with it. I wondered when I got it, I thought, boy, I wonder if I can tie a bow. You absolutely can, but for this project, I am going to do just a knot. Okay, so that makes it easy. There we go. I like to work off of the spool, because then I don't waste as much. Okay, so I don't need quite as much. Here we go. All right. And then make our knot. I just want to make sure my ribbon's laying flat so it's attractive, right? Don't want that all twisted. Hold a finger there. Let's get this tied. So pull it tight because it will loosen, right, when you get to this point. Oh, looking so nice. Okay, so here's a tip for you. I bought paper snips and put ribbon on them so I would know that these are just for ribbon only, and then you can cut through your ribbons, okay? Once you start cutting paper with them, you'd have to sharpen them. So, you know, they're so inexpensive. They're only $10, and so get a pair and save them just for ribbon. Oh, looky. Oh, looking so good. All right, so now because there's ribbon behind there, I want to bring this up a little bit. Because there's ribbon behind here, we're going to use mini glue dots to attach this to our Emerald Envy cardstock, because that's not letting it lay flat, and the just regular adhesive doesn't hold as well. But the mini glue dots, they're just extra strong. So let's take them out of here. This is not a dispenser, it's just a holder. And we peel them back until we can see the dots. Okay, and so this isn't going to be all the way around. It's just going to be on each side. Okay? All right, so I'm taking my cardstock to the dots. You see that? And pressing down because I don't want to touch them and take away from that extreme stickiness. And one in each corner usually is pretty good. But you know what? We watercolored, so let's do, although that's not bad, huh? It's not all terribly warpy. But let's do one on each side too. There we go. Okay. So let's center this from side to side. It's cut even from top to bottom. Oh, that's looking really nice. We won't press down until we have it just where we want it. So let me pick it up and look, because I do want that up to the top. Oh, look, nothing's hanging over the top or bottom. Okay, now we're happy. We can press. Okay, and so for the rest of my card, I have here, you know, Tempting Turquoise to go with the Tempting Turquoise of the bird, and some Emerald Envy paper from the 2016-2018 In Color paper stack, and my fast fuse. Okay, so let's put some adhesive. I just find it easier to put it on here. And so I'm putting my finger where those ridges are, And let's slide once to the right, then once to the left. If we don't slide it, it's like hot stringy cheese, but alternating which direction we slide it keeps that adhesive in the center of the roller. So now I just want some of this peeking out, but see why it's easier to put it on this piece of cardstock? Because if I put it on here, I'd get it probably too low, and that wouldn't be good. So I want about that much peeking out. Oh, yep. And let's see, it looks straight, very, very nice. Okay, now some more of the fast fuse. All right, whoop, that didn't get going. Let's see. There we go. Ah, have to slide it. We don't want hot stringy cheese. And this is soft suede cardstock for the base of our card. So we're going to put this up flush to the bottom. We definitely want things to be flush and attractive. Okay, and I like to turn it over. Okay, so we're human, and this is not perfect. These are in reach, so I'm going to use them. My paper snips. I keep paper snips by me so I can clean things like this up. Oh, these are my ribbon ones. Well, you know what? My husband can sharpen for me. There we go. Let's clean up that edge. Oh, very attractive. Because even though that was so slight, it would have been obvious, you know, just looking at the card. Very, very nice. Now I can use the fast fuse adhesive again because, see, our ribbon is underneath that, the Whisper White thick cardstock. So let's use some more fast fuse adhesive. Look how nice it works when you do what you're supposed to, when you slide to the right, slide to the left to finish it. This lets go all the way to the top. And there we have, look how easy that was to make, yet so attractive. So, but I want to talk to you about the in colors and a special I'm having through June 30th, 2016. Last year, Stampin' Up! Discontinued the Color Coach. For those of us that love it, we all thought, oh, now what are we going to do? So I set about and created color combinations for the 2015-2017 in colors. You all went nuts over those. So I did the same thing this year for the 2016-2018 in colors. After I've had a few weeks to play with them and try out different color combinations, I've come up with 50 unique color combinations for the new in colors. So that's 10 3-color combinations for each of the colors. Now through June 30th, 2016, I'm giving those away, the project sheets for you to download and fill in with cardstock or ink for free with any $75 product order placed in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. So those will be free for anyone who places their $75 or more product order with me in my online store. So you'll have lots of ideas of how to use your new in colors, and they're fabulous. And you also know now that you can emboss any of the Stampin' Up! Colors, including the in colors, to make cards like our Best Birds card. So get on over now to my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. I'm Shelly Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Thanks for watching.